They went to Capernaum. And when the Sabbath came, Jesus went into the synagogue and began to preach the word. The people were amazed at his preaching, for he taught as one who had authority, not like the teachers of the law. Just then, a man from their synagogue burst in and cried out in a loud voice, "What do you want with us, eh? Jesus of Nazareth, I know who you are, the Holy One of God. Have you come to destroy us?" "Be quiet," Jesus said sternly. "Come out of that man." The man shook violently, and the spirit came out with a shriek. The people were so amazed that they began to say to one another, "What is this? A new teaching, and with authority. He even gives impure spirits orders, and they obey him." News about Jesus spread very quickly throughout the whole of Galilee. They left that place and went with James and John to the house of Simon and Andrew. The Simon's mother-in-law was ill in bed with a fever. They told Jesus about her. He went to her, helped her up by the hand, and immediately the fever left her, and she began to serve them. That evening, after sunset, everybody brought the sick and needy to Jesus. The whole village turned up outside the front door, and he healed many with various sicknesses and diseases. He even drove out many demons, but he would not let the demons speak, for they knew who he was. Very early the next morning, Jesus got up and went to a solitary place to pray. Simon and his companions went looking for him, and when they found him, they said, "Everyone is looking for you." And Jesus replied, "Let us go somewhere else, to a nearby village, where I may preach there also, for that is why I have come." So they went throughout Galilee, preaching in the synagogues and driving out demons. Now there came to him a man with leprosy. "If you are willing, you can make me clean." Jesus looked at him, filled with compassion, stretched out his hand and touched the man. "I am willing," he said. "Be clean." Immediately, the leprosy left him, and he was cleansed. And Jesus gave him strict instructions not to tell anybody about this, but instead, go, show yourself to the teachers of the law, and offer your sacrifices as the law of Moses commands. Instead, he went around freely talking about it to everyone. As a result, Jesus could no longer enter a place in the open, but instead stayed in the lowly places outside. And yet, still, they came to him